Okay, some of you might have seen this video before. What we're going through today is a Landmine Bent-Over Row. If you've seen this before, it's because I have filmed it before, but I had to take it down unfortunately, so we're going to go ahead and re-record that. Landmine Bent-Over Row is a really good exercise for training the lats or the mid-back, whatever the fuck you're looking to train. It is just an alternative to a bent-over row or any kind of seated row variation that you might do in the gym. It's a really good compound exercise that enables you to better engage your core as well, which is why I like these kinds of exercises. So let me show you how the fuck to use this thing. So with any landmine exercise, regardless of what it is, you're going to want to set it up correctly. So to do that, you want to go ahead and grab a standard barbell and you're going to slide it into one of the landmine attachments here. So if it's not already set up for you like this one is, it'll be pulled out and then all you do is slide it right in all the way to the back and you're good to go. So when it comes to doing a bent over row in the landmine form, there is a special attachment that you will use. This is your bent over row attachment. You can use it for an underhand grip for the lats or an overhand grip for more of the mid to upper back. Obviously you can add weight to this exercise. When you do that, make sure you put this on first. Otherwise the weight is going to get in the way because you have a body and unfortunately, sometimes the body gets in the way. So in any case, you're going to slide this on. Okay, so before we actually go ahead and do the movement, there is a specific kind of form that you really want to focus on. And if you've seen any of my other videos, it is much like an RDL, much like a lumbar bent over row. We want to maintain the same form overall for all of these different exercises. So the most important part of any kind of bent over row is to keep a straight back and spine and maintain the same position the whole movement. And what we don't want to do is get fatigued during the set as you normally would and start losing our form. This is going to risk fucking our lower back and we're simply not going to get the most out of the movement. So when it comes to the form, what we want to do, we want to stand with our feet about hip width apart, and what we're going to do is we're going to do almost an RDL. So again, if you haven't seen my video on how to do that, go and check that one out. Really useful for this. So we've got our foot stance, we're going to make sure our butt's tucked in. We're going to maintain a straight spine and a nice tight core. And what we're going to do is we're going to use our hips and we're going to push our hips back. A good tip for this is to imagine you have a rope tied around your waist that's pulling you backwards. So this is the position you want to maintain. When it comes to a bent over row, you don't want to be shy. You want to make sure you are as bent over as possible, literally almost parallel to the floor if you can. And you want to try and maintain that the entire movement. So while I'm in this position, you can see I have a slight knee bend. My hips are all the way back. I have a nice straight neutral spine and you're going to have your chin tucked as well. So this is the position you want to maintain. When it comes to doing the actual movement, like I said, you've got two options. You can use an overhand grip or an underhand grip, and they'll train different parts of the back. When you have an overhand grip, you're going to have more flared out elbows, which is going to target more of the mid to upper back. When you have an underhand grip, your elbows are going to be more tucked into your sides, which is going to target more of the lats. So at the end of the day, it really comes down to what you are wanting to focus on and prioritize. So what we're going to do, we're going to start with an underhand grip first. So we're going to get into position on either side of the bar. We're going to hinge back. We're going to grab our handles. And what we're going to do is we're going to actually pretend we're going to do a deadlift. We're going to draw our lats into our spine and we're going to come up into this starting position here. If it's easier, you can grab it all the way and then hinge back. Now maintain this form. Now the whole movement, staying in this position, core nice and tight, really important. And then you're going to take your handles and you're going to use your lats to pull as far up as you can. Give yourself a good squeeze and all the way back down. Now when doing any of these movements, like I said, it's important to maintain your form. So a common mistake that I see is as we get fatigued, we start to actually come up with our back as well to really try and get it up. And that's just going to absolutely fuck your lower back. Please don't do that. Makes it even more important to have a nice tight core, neutral spine, focus on your form. At the end of the day, if your form is fucked, your exercise is fucked. So if you have to lower the weight or if you have to have a rest before you move on to make sure your form is good, absolutely do that. So make sure you have a neutral spine, hips are out, core nice and tight, coming all the way in and back down all the way. Now for an overhand grip, pretty much the same. So just switch, get into the same position, all the way up, squeeze and back down. So when it comes to adding weight, all you want to do is grab a plate, such as this one here, and put it on in front of the actual attachment itself. And then you can do the movement as per normal. that's how it's done. I hope you found this video very useful. This is again a great exercise for training the back and getting some core engagement as well. So give this a try next time you're in the gym. If anything, it's a good alternative to a standard barbell bent over row if you're kind of sick of them. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.